It's always nice to make some New Year's resolutions. My New Year's resolution for 2020 is that I want to be a better photographer by the end of this year than I'm now. I will give you 6 steps how I will make sure that I will keep my New Year's resolution this year. Because you know about New Year's resolutions, they usually last till January 1st. But this will last. Come along and check out this video to find out those steps. Hi there, I'm Peter Forsgard, an Olympus visionary and a professional photographer from Helsinki, Finland. My channel is all about you getting to be a better photographer and also about Olympus gear. And to be sure that you don't miss any videos that I make twice a week, please consider subscribing to my channel and hit the bell so you get notified when the new video is online. But let's start. The first step is to look at your images from 2019. When you look at those images, look at them so that you kind of start thinking that what is the things that you should do better? What are the things that you want to be better next or this year actually? Is it composition? Is it the basic photographic fundamentals? Is it your camera? Do you know how to use your camera properly? Do you know everything about your camera that it doesn't hold you back? It actually doesn't matter what it is. The only thing that matters is that you have the motivation to be better. And that's, if you don't have that, then you won't get better. You need to have the motivation and follow some steps, and I will give some steps that I will follow, and I hope these steps are also useful for you. So let's continue. I also started the journey by looking at my images from last year, and I found 3 things that I need to improve. The first one is that I need to be more patient, and that usually comes when I started to do a new thing that was the city birds that I started to photograph last year. Because I'm a city person, and also the subject of city birds is not that common subject that is been photographed. So that's why I wanted to start that, and it's actually something that I've never done. It's actually quite hard, and that's why it's also very interesting. I realized that it takes a lot of patience to wait for the birds to be in perfect position or be where I want them to be, or waiting for them to take off so that I can use Pro Capture. All that is something that you need to be patient and you need to wait. And I'm usually not that patient that I didn't want to or didn't, didn't stay in the same place for long enough to get the best shots. And that's something that I need to improve on that part. And the second thing was that I did not take too many casual portraits this year. This is something that I used to do like 5 years ago. I used to do a lot of street portraits, and that was a lot of fun, but I haven't done that actually in a couple of years. But that is something definitely that I want to do more. And that will also be some good subject for videos. Then how do I approach a portrait out in the city and maybe even strangers, or then I can hire a model that I can photograph in the city. But that's definitely something that I want to do. Then the third thing, I did not photograph for myself for my leisure time that much last year. That is something that I need to improve. I need to photograph more, and there will be a tip how to achieve that. So did you look at your images? What did you find? What are your things that you want to or need to be better at? Please tell me in the comments down below. And once you've decided and found out what are the things that you want to be better at, what you need to do is to pick 3 best photographs from last year and print them. And if you have a place to stick them to a wall, please do. But of course they can be online, or they can be in a folder in your phone, but printing them and seeing them every day, put them somewhere where you can see them every day. And then after every month, go through your images again and see if there are any images that might replace those top 3 images from last year. And when you do that every month, if you really have improved and gone through the steps, I bet you will have 3 stunning images, the best images that you have ever taken. And I think that is a very good way, and that's a very proven concept also. And the third thing is to take a look at your gear. Take it out of your bag and set it up on a table and see what you have and what you have not used that much. Do you really need all that gear? Because usually gear is not the thing that will make you better. Of course, sometimes if you want to take, city birds, you need a longer lens, of course, but you can do that with a wide angle lens if you have a different approach to it. But of course, sometimes you might need a new glass or a new body. But remember, most likely you won't get any better at photography just by buying new gear. Try to minimize your gear, narrow it down. If there are lenses that you don't need, don't carry them around. Just store them somewhere or sell them. It doesn't matter, but don't use them. Just try to narrow down your gear and use only 2 or 3 lenses that you really need. And if you have done that before, please let me know in the comments down below, because that is very useful. It will slow you down, because if you don't have all the massive amount of gear with you or helping you to make those images, you need to start thinking more, and the thinking part will slow you down. You will start looking at the things a bit differently, your subjects, because you don't have the ability to just take another lens and grab the shot and go to the next one. You really need to think and observe your subject, because if you cannot make the image that you first thought because you don't have the lens for it, then that is really something that you should consider doing as a one step to become a better photographer in 2020. And yes, of course, and something that I did not mention, you will miss a few shots, that's for sure. But in the end and in the long run, you will be better. And then the fourth thing is, look at other people's work. Don't copy or steal. Well, actually, you could do that, but it's not wise in the long run. But why to look at other people's work in Instagram, Flickr, buy some photo books, go to library to look at photo books, and find YouTubers that makes images that you like, and analyze those things, that why you like those images. And remember that those are for inspiration only. And try to see why those images are so good, why you like those images, because that is a crucial thing, is to realize why you like a certain image and why you might not like a certain image. Analyze it and think through, because that will help you to analyze your own images, because the hardest part to analyze is your own images, because you have a personal feeling to your image. You might have a lot of fun making the image. It might be a portrait of your loved ones. That might kind of like blur your vision. It might be a bad photograph of your child, but you don't see it. Somebody else could say that's just, okay, it's just your kid, so what? As a photographic matter. And that's why it's important to start realizing what are the things that make an image good to you. Why do you like an image? And the fifth thing is, go and make more images. Photograph some more. I know we all are busy and our schedule might be full, but add me time to your calendar. That will help and give you more time to make those images. And if you really don't have the time that you can devote to your hobby, then what you could do is just carry a camera with you all the time. Of course, you might have your phone. Use that as a camera, but don't just use it as a snapshot camera. Use it as a proper camera, or the way you would use a proper camera, and make those images with a phone. This doesn't matter. I would prefer to have a proper camera with 1 or 2 lenses in your bag. And with the Olympus cameras, it's easy because they are so small. You can have it with you all the time. Maybe you take an image on your way to work every morning from the same spot and see how the scenery evolves during different seasons and different weather. Or document with images when you make dinner to your family. There is endless ways and endless subjects to photograph, so that you will have time and you will get better if you do that. Of course, the subject matter might not be the one that you would like to make images of, but the greatest thing about that is that if it's something that you're not so much keen on taking images of or making images of, you will improve because you are learning something new. You need to also make images of things or subjects that you really don't care about. Like if you like to take landscape, sometimes go and take a few portraits. That will also teach you, and that's why any project will be good. But of course, if you have the time, set it to your calendar as me time and go out and shoot images. Because that's something that I did not do in 2019. That's what I realized when I looked at my images. I did not shoot enough. And to get better, you need practice. Even though like I've been shooting for 30 years, I still need practice, because if I stop, it's really hard to start again or start to find the subject. You just need to have your camera with you. And as a Finnish-American photographer, Arno Rafael Minkkinen, once said, "Let the camera help you. You will find something to photograph." I think it's a great quote. And then the sixth thing is, show your images to someone. Go to local camera club competitions, show them to a fellow photographer, get feedback to your images. Because as I said earlier, you might be a bit biased to your images. You might think that these are really good images because you have the good feeling from the process of making the image. And that's something that might not be inside the image. Others don't see that. If they do, then it most likely is a great image. But in many cases, you are a bit too biased. So get feedback to your images and expose them to others so that they will tell you what they think about the images. And the more honest the feedback is, the better it is. Because if everybody just says, "Oh, lovely image, nice image," it doesn't, it makes you feel good, but it doesn't get you to become a better photographer. There's always something, because nobody has taken the perfect image yet. Maybe it's you that will do that. And there are two things that I can help you with the feedback. First one is to join my Facebook group. I have a Facebook group for this channel, and there are over 500 people at the time when this was recorded. And I have a monthly photo assignment there. We started this in December 2019, and the first assignment was red. And there were tons and tons of images and lots of great images which had something red in it. And the January 2020 challenge, or actually it's not a challenge, it's not a competition, it's an assignment, is long exposure. Join the Facebook group so you can attend that. And I will try to comment every photograph. I know it sometimes might take a few days, because like the one in red, or the assignment red, there was so many images that I was way behind, so I had a lot of work to comment on everyone. But I will, eventually I will. Then the second thing is that go to my web store and see the options there, what I can help you with. It's a one-on-one Skype call with you, and I will look through your images, or I can help you with the camera, with Olympus cameras. Go there and check out your options. And if that's something for you, that would be really cool if I could, have a one-on-one chat with you and help you to be a better photographer. And next, you might want to watch this playlist of videos, which has all my videos that are something to do with you getting to be a better photographer. And the second set of videos is best settings for different Olympus cameras, because knowing your camera makes you a better photographer. It's easier for you to make those images. But hey, thanks for watching, and bye for now.